The day has come. Markiplier has made his OnlyFans. I'm something of an OnlyFans user myself. For those of you who don't know me, which is probably pretty much everybody that comes across this video, my name is Ayla, and I am an OnlyFans content creator. And so I thought it might be kind of fun and interesting to take a look at Markiplier's OnlyFans. I fully expect chaos of some kind. Anyway, I'm ready to go. I've got a coffee ready to get me through this experience. So the funny thing is I actually am a fan of Markiplier, and when this news came out that he dropped his OnlyFans, a ton of my friends actually messaged me and was like, "You totally jumped on this and got it, didn't you?" And I wasn't originally intending to go onto Mark's OnlyFans, to be honest, just because I just didn't really feel the need to see him nude. Then I thought about it more and I'm like, you know, this might be kind of interesting, could be kind of entertaining. It is for charity, and it's a great YouTube video idea. YouTube is something that I've been trying to get into for a little while now. My struggle has been trying to find a good kind of entry point from what I'm currently doing, and this seems like kind of the perfect segue. And I'm sure probably everybody and their mother is going to be making this video reacting to Markiplier's, he calls them tasteful nudes. I thought I might be able to offer kind of a unique perspective, being somebody that's a creator on the platform. I will be linking my OnlyFans in the description, but before anybody jumps into it, I do want to clarify that I don't do any what's the term that you can say on YouTube without, you know, YouTube getting angry at you? Prawn? I don't do prawns. If you do go over there, I would love your support, but don't expect I don't do any full nudes. I also like to do a lot of cosplay content on there, so yeah, just wanted to give that initial heads up. Also kind of curious, when Markiplier says tasteful nudes, I'm wondering if he means full on you know, the D is out but tastefully, or if he means implied nudes, because those are, you know, two very different things. I did want to mention the day that he actually posted his OnlyFans officially, I was live streaming my reaction to the Game Awards, and my live stream crashed. I got booted out and the whole website crashed on me for a few minutes. Like, what the heck is happening? And I went onto YouTube later that night and I saw Mark's announcement video and I was like, oh, you know what? That's probably why. When he first even announced that he was planning on making an OnlyFans to begin with, I kind of fully expected that whenever that day would come, that would totally happen. I was thinking it would be worse than it was, because honestly the website ended up being back up and running fairly smoothly, not too shortly after the fact. So before we get into the meat, what is wrong with me? There is some really interesting stuff that people had to say about this whole thing. I was googling how much his OnlyFans subscription costs because I actually had no idea. I found a couple of interesting articles.
I'm good, yeah. I mean, it's great that there's two Brits in here, and I think there's more.
Sorry, Tom Holland. It's not your time right now. So I found this article. Markiplier makes first post on OnlyFans and like clockwork, the site crashes. He tweeted, "Really, guys?" Whenever I'm on OnlyFans and I get this "the page is not available" thing, I freak out a little bit every single time because I'm always worried, is the site down or did my page get banned for some reason? Because OnlyFans is kind of known, I guess, or at least it used to be known, for kind of randomly just banning you. They have a lot of really strict rules. OnlyFans, they can be a little bit scary because you never know if you're gonna accidentally break a rule. Their terms of service is a little bit confusing, at least for me, to understand sometimes. Every side of Twitter running to OnlyFans after seeing Markiplier trending. That's pretty good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've been seeing all this controversy about people waiting for leaks, and I will say, me making this video reacting to his OnlyFans, I am not going to leak the content. So don't expect that from this video. It's, I'm pretty sure, illegal. I know it's against OnlyFans terms of service. You're not supposed to screenshot and share any content that is posted on the platform. But then the other thing too is he's doing this for charity, so even if that wasn't against the rules, you're still being kind of a scummy person. Please don't do it. Everyone that subscribed to Markiplier's OnlyFans is donating to charity. Please be respectful and ignore any leaks. It's not about nudes, it's about the children. And that is a very good point. Although I would also like to note, I think a lot of people might not necessarily be aware, any portion of money that you spend on OnlyFans, 20% of all of that money goes to OnlyFans directly. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to do additional tips, I would say just send the money directly to the charity, especially if you're not necessarily wanting the nudes. If you are wanting to see the nudes though, I don't think he's charging very much. But yeah, I just wanted to make that note. Not 100% of that is going to the charity. OnlyFans is profiting off of this. That's not Markiplier's fault. I still think this is a really great idea. With all of that being said, I think we'll just go ahead and jump right into the chaos. Wow, that is quite a banner photo. His profile picture too. Very nice. Let's read his little like description here. Also, I'm not going to screen record the entire thing. Obviously, like I said earlier, I'm not going to be leaking. Just the banners and the profile descriptions I think are okay to share. Let's see what this says. All proceeds will be donated to the Cincinnati Children's Hospital, my hometown, and the World Food Program. I'm sure that you reading this is a result of innocent happenstance whereby you just so happen to find yourself stumbling through OnlyFans, covering your eyes in horror all the while, I'm sure. Me at my own OnlyFans. Before landing upon my humble page, no matter what the reality of your arrival is, I'm pleased to inform you that you found Markiplier's, me, official Tasteful Nudes OnlyFans. And for that, I am proud and/or ashamed of you. Be aware that this is real and I am really me. Simply read this in my voice. You know what's funny? In my head, I can't do his voice like an impression of it, but in my head I'm totally reading this as him. Be sure you give my voice in your head a posh, judgmental attitude. Yeah, that's the one. And you'll know the truth of it. Anyway, enough reading. You didn't come here for that, I'm sure. Oh, Mark, you cheeky man. I think I mentioned earlier, there's a difference between, on OnlyFans generally, if you're someone like me who doesn't do full nudity, but you do something kind of like close to that realm, you would call it implied nude. So implied is basically like where you're posing nude, but you're covering the bits and pieces. I'm really curious. Does he mean like actual nude, or does he, by saying tasteful nude, is he saying implied nude? I think like technically if you call it tasteful nudes and you're not fully nude, that would be seen as kind of like misleading, I guess. I personally don't care and I wouldn't be mad about it, but there are a lot of people on OnlyFans that if you don't accurately describe your content, they will be like pretty upset. I'm so sorry, I'm having such a disgusting hair day and it's really distracting me. I just washed my hair last night, I swear, but I think I didn't get all of the conditioner out. Oops. Anyways, I think in Mark's case, I don't think most of his fan base is really gonna care or be too angry about that. I'm curious, and I guess the time to find out is now. Alright, I'm gonna subscribe. And I am in. So now all there's left to do is unlock the post for $3. Oh my gosh. Okay. I see what he did here. Oh my god, these are funny. Drop 1 of 3. Okay, interesting. Alright, okay, I have comments. I don't think this is too much of a spoiler. What I was just talking about. He does not have... Oh my god. The D is not fully out, which honestly I prefer. That's just something, if you're gonna subscribe to this, keep that in mind. I'm not sure how much of these photos I should like overly describe. I don't really want to spoil it, to be honest. Oh, we got a booty. We got Mark's full-on booty here. In this one photo, it's like a beach theme, and you know, part of this photo I really don't want to spoil for you. You really just have to see it yourself. When he said tasteful nudes, I thought it was going to be kind of like the photo that's in his banner. They're a lot more like, I would say, humorous than that. Which I was also kind of half expecting from Markiplier anyways, so that's totally fine. Honestly, I think that I prefer this. I prefer the memes. This first one is like, it's like a beach theme, and he's like a lifeguard, and a really bad lifeguard from the looks of it, because someone's, well, he's dying. He's like a lifeguard that's not paying attention. The next photo, we've got like a woodsman vibe. He's been chopping some wood and checking out some mussels, you know? I would call this quite tasteful. This one's a lot less of like a meme than the first one. The first one is just hilarious. You have to see it. Honestly, it's for charity. It's $3. If you have $3, you have to see it. Come on. The second photo. Yeah, implied nude. So To clarify, these are all implied nudes. This third photo, we've got Mark's butt. I do think the way that he censored the certain areas is done very like cleverly, considering like the themes of the photos. This one is like it's like a fighting, is that boxing? I think it's boxing. He's having like a boxing match against himself. Looks like he got punched in the face a little bit. I'm getting some ideas. Maybe I should be doing some meme photos. Maybe I'm taking this whole thing like too seriously, trying too hard with like these elaborate cosplay things that I'm doing. That was an experience, you know, for charity. $3 well spent. Now, when I was researching prior to this, I did come across some articles that made a couple of really good points that I just kind of wanted to briefly touch on. I'm gonna screen record again really quick. Oh no, my whipped cream melted. So we have this other article here. The hypocritical hype for Markiplier's OnlyFans isn't sitting well online. Markiplier reassures that all proceeds from this page will be donated to charity. I really cannot talk sometimes. What a sweet gesture, you're thinking. And you're right. But that isn't what social media users have their knickers in a twist over. It isn't Markiplier's generosity that's up for debate, but rather his status as a powerful, influential, wealthy male in society that treats less fortunate women with much less respect. I think that sentence is worded, they do mention that it's about like society, not Mark itself. Not Mark himself. I mean, I don't know him personally, obviously. Although I have seen him in person before, and I'm kind of wondering if I ever see him in person again. I'm like, oh, I've seen your nudes. That's maybe a little weird. I don't know.
It helps the speaker lead his audience into the scene he describes.
Essentially, the point of this article is, it's talking about how there's like a lot of hypocrisy when it comes to like women when they do something like OnlyFans or any other kind of like, I'm gonna just say SW because I don't know if you're allowed to say the term. Again, I'm trying to be really careful with YouTube because eventually I'd like to get monetized. These tweets that are mentioned here sum it up really well though. Gotta say, it makes me sad that the great reception Markiplier has gotten for an OnlyFans versus what a famous woman would receive. I think even famous women, while they would be scrutinized, I think they would be scrutinized even less so than like the smaller creator, kind of like people in my realm. Markiplier making an OF. Hell yeah, so cool. Good for him to be in touch with his body and sexuality. Any girl makes an OF. What the f***, you disgusting bitch. Have you no self-respect? What will your future kids think? What will your future kids think? Suddenly, nude images of a man are seen as a work of art. However, in that same vein, whenever a woman happens to leak images of herself as a source of income from subscribers, the whole exchange is seen as dirty, unethical, and brands see them as inappropriate. So that's another part of the reason why I also try to be very careful with my content. I think even just the fact that I have an OnlyFans, a lot of people would make a lot of extreme assumptions about me, you know, at like kind of like a quick glance. Let's say I'm trying to like work with a brand or something. They look at my Instagram, they might judge it at a face value, especially if they see that I also have an OnlyFans and maybe make assumptions that I'm doing prawns, I'm eating prawns. That might make me lose that opportunity. But even then, I feel like women who, even if they are doing prawns, I don't think women in the SW industry should be so shamed. I've seen some dude once before that was like, tell me when they start paying taxes and then I'll consider it a real job. And it's like, bro, we already do pay taxes. This isn't supposed to be like a big, serious discussion or anything. This is mostly just supposed to be a fun video about Markiplier. But I did want to kind of just like point that out because I did find that in my research. I do think anybody, you know, not just women obviously, but anybody who wants to express themselves in this way should still be able to have equal respect. I don't know, for me to really like dive into this topic further, I feel like I'd need to be like a little bit more prepared, you know, just try to be aware and just be nice to people. My god, why is it's so hard? Anyway, I think that's gonna be pretty much all from me for this video. This is my kind of like first actual official YouTube video. I've actually tried YouTube at 2 different points in my life. First starting like way back when I was in high school, and both times I ended up kind of just like chickening out and quitting. So I'm really hoping this time to actually give it like another like real shot. I don't necessarily just want to be known as just a sexy cosplay girl, you know what I mean? I don't mean to say that in a way to like demean anybody who is that. I just feel like for myself personally, there's more things I want to do. I'm going off on too long of a tangent for something that could be completely its own video. This is just a long explanation to kind of explain, like, if you're interested, please subscribe. I would really love to explore doing different types of content. I don't necessarily have like a specific theme I'm going for, but generally if you're interested in like cosplay, gaming, things like that, I'm very likely going to make videos kind of touching on those sort of subjects. If you're interested, please subscribe. I would love to try to grow this channel for real this time. Hopefully not chicken out and get embarrassed like I have previously. Third time's a charm, right? If you made it this far, Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for my rambling, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. This is so much harder than I thought it was. I thought I knew everything I wanted to say before getting on camera, and now my brain is like, What are thoughts? What is speaking?